everyone, this is Sylvia Saber with OpTv Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. United Nations has called for a genuine political process to prevent further bloodshed after Israeli aggression ravaged the Palestinian enclave. Head of the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency said the reconstruction needed to go hand in hand with efforts to create a different political environment. Ambassador of Palestine in Pakistan, Ahmed Rabi, thanked the government of Pakistan, nation and political leadership on behalf of the Palestinian leadership and people for expressing unwavering support to Palestinians in their cause of freedom. The ambassador also conveyed his heartfelt gratitude for the remarkable efforts of Pakistan to condemn Israeli atrocities. Pakistan has allowed the US military to use its airspace and given ground access so that it can support its presence in Afghanistan. According to the Pentagon, the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Indo-Pacific Affairs said that they will continue their conversations with Pakistan because their support and contribution to the future of Afghanistan is going to be critical. US says it remains unclear whether Iran is ready and willing to take the necessary steps to return to nuclear pact. US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said, more importantly, Iran, I think, knows what it needs to do to come back into compliance on the nuclear side, and what we haven't yet seen is whether Iran is ready and willing to make a decision. The New York-based Committee to Protect Journalists demanded the immediate release of Kashmiri journalist Asif Sultan, who has been in prison for the last 1,000 days. Sultan had written a detailed profile of a top militant leader, Burhan Wani, who was killed in an encounter with the Indian forces in 2016. A severe cyclone is brewing off India's eastern coast. The nation's weather bureau has warned. According to the meteorological department, moving northwards in the Bay of Bengal, the depression was set to form a cyclone before intensifying and hitting the eastern states of West Bengal and Odisha on Wednesday, the India said. Let's take a look into the national news. Prime Minister Imran Khan has launched Ehsaas Saving Wallets initiative in Islamabad. Addressing the ceremony, the Premier told that the federal government's Ehsaas program is considered to be the world's fourth successful initiative in coronavirus pandemic. He added the poverty in Pakistan can be reduced by providing employment to the women. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi returned to Pakistan after a highly successful visit to New York. The foreign minister said to the media that he achieved all the goals regarding Palestine's issue successfully, for which he was sent by Prime Minister Imran Khan. Let's move forward to the health updates. The number of COVID-19 cases and the positivity ratio is continuously declining in Pakistan. The COVID-19 pandemic has claimed the lives of 57 more people across the country over the last 24 hours, and the positivity ratio of the cases was recorded at 5.21%. Amid the controversy over approval of specific brands of COVID-19 vaccines by some countries, Pakistani doctors have sought the intervention of the World Health Organization to play its role in resolving this issue faced by people who need to travel abroad. Secretary General of Pakistan Medical Association said, "We have requested WHO to convince such countries to accept all the vaccine brands approved by all other countries for their citizens." Let's take a look at the business updates. Traders expect the Pakistani rupee to remain under pressure next week due to a higher appetite for the hard currency from importers. The local currency depreciated 0.49% to close at 153.36 against the dollar in the interbank market during the outgoing week. Bitcoin down nearly 50% from the year's high. The world's biggest cryptocurrency fell to $32,601, the 13%, while losing $4,899.54 from its previous close. Moving on to the world of science and technology. The United States National Aeronautics and Space Administration plans to send its first mobile robot soon to the moon. In a statement, NASA said that mobile robot will search the ice, water, and other resources on and below the lunar surface in 2023. Now let's take a quick look on the sports updates. Pakistan Cricket Board has strengthened the coronavirus protocols ahead of the remaining PSL 6 matches. Squad members from cities other than Karachi and Lahore have been told not to use public transport. Players will enter the biosecure bubble today and then get tested for coronavirus for the second time. Max Verstappen won the Monaco Grand Prix for the first time to take the Formula One championship lead from Lewis Hamilton. The 23-year-old Dutch driver started the day 14 points behind Mercedes' 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton and ended it 4 clear. While Hamilton finished 7th on a bad day for the usually ultra-reliable Mercedes team.